All right, we're going to get started with the 9-10 medley relay in just a moment. Tara, my pages are out of order. Did you just mess up my pages?
Little pranks I like to play on David. He's a little too good with numbers, so I got to throw some challenges at him.
We're going to have, looks like all the teams have entered a relay in this event. No, we're missing, might be missing one team in this event. Might have been missing one team in that last event as well. So beginning for Heat 1, now they'll be swimming 2 lengths of each stroke.
So just like the 11-12s last night, and the 9-10s are permitted to use the block. Is that correct, David?
Yes, 9-10s can use the blocks in all their events.
We had 2 disqualifications in that 7-8 mixed medley relay. Both Crowfield and Hobcall disqualified. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. I think that Hobcall false started. I'm not sure which swimmer, and really as a coach, I don't like to tell swimmers who it was. It's a relay team. You go in as a team, you come out as a team. But I did hear, I don't even know, but I think it was a false start on Hobcall. I'm not sure what happened with Crowfield.
It's probably a false start. That's the most common. No, 8 unders, there could be a butterfly or breaststroke violation, but it's probably a false start. The only thing is you got to work with them, right, over the course to get better, so you don't false start the next time. But it can be a little tricky on these walls for sure.
Our table is right in front of the officials' room. I'm just overhearing some discussion on, I guess, some type of, whether it was a disqualification or something.
I have no idea what's going on back there, to be honest, Tara.
Try to get some tidbits to share with y'all. Well, meeting adjourned. I guess we'll never know.
All right, Heat 1 of the 9-10 mixed medley relay. As we mentioned, they're now doing a 50 of each stroke. Crowfield is in 3, Long Point in 4, James Island's in 5, Ashboro in 6, Shyamalan in 7, and the Somerville Y in 8. Somerville Y in lane 8, just like they were the last time when they had that huge swim.
And they're all backstrokers. When they do a 50, will utilize the backstroke turn, especially at this level. So swimmers are allowed to roll over on their stomach and take 1 full freestyle stroke before flipping. Very important. The turn looks a lot. It is a freestyle flip turn, but they've got to push off on their back. Push off on your stomach, you will be disqualified. Long point swimmer utilizing an older method of touching on his back and turning around and going. Not as fast as a turn, but you know what? It's safe and it's legal.
You're less likely to be disqualified doing that. As is Crowfield coming into the wall on backstroke at 42.52. Ashboro just barely ahead of James Island in second right now.
Coming in for those relay exchanges, again, it's very important for the backstroker to know his or her stroke count as the breaststroker is getting ready to launch off the block. If the backstroker slows down to look for the wall, it could really mess up the timing and the send-off for the swimmer on the block, the breaststroker.
It's still Crowfield. Remember, times can be recorded out of any heat, so they're, barring a big surprise here, they're going to crush their entry time of 3:16. 1:23.95 there for Crowfield. That was a really 41.4 on breaststroke is really, really fast. Crowfield has a breaststroker, London Hayward, who's seated second in that event at 42.11, so maybe that was her. Assuming that breaststroke leg.
Yeah, I spoke with the Crowfield coaches this morning, and they did feel that London had the strongest chance among their team to be in the running for an event title today.
Oh, absolutely. She's seated just about a half second behind first place, and that was faster than her entry time. But now things starting to tighten up a little bit.
Long point swimmer Alex Arentz a couple years ago as an 8 and under won the backstroke event, so she's coming on strong. Alex Arentz swimming for Long Point in lane 4.
Taking over the lead now is Long Point. James Island and Ashboro still fighting for second, but this is a total reversal here. Long Point goes into the last 50 of it for a 36.6 butterfly split. That's also really elite.
to be hard too when you're way out front like Long Point. You still want to be pushing because like David said, you can win the event, you can score in the event no matter what heat you're in.
Well, they got to be pushing because here comes Ashboro. Ashboro trying to run down Long Point here, and James Island is looking good for third. The Long Point coaches trying to get their team to the wall, and they're going to get there in 2:56.18. That's a big drop for Long Point. Could score in the final heat. Ashboro at 2:57.09 takes second, and James Island at 2:57.80 takes third.
As we get ready for heat 2 of 2 in this 9-10 200 mixed medley relay, looks to be, based on the seed times, a much tighter race. I mean, looks really top 3 or 4 teams could take the win here.
I'd say there are about 4 teams, yeah, that are right there. So your top seed in this event is Daniel Island in lane 5 at 2:29.63. The meet record, also Daniel Island, probably the same foursome that said it as 8 and unders. That was probably, I don't know who would have been on that team, to be honest. But so we've got Shadow Moss in 1, North Charleston in 2, Legend Oaks in 3, Park Shore in 4, Daniel Island in 5, Northbridge in 6, Sneak Farm in 7, Hobcaw in 8, the Country Club of Charleston in 9, and Newington in 10 as we're off on the backstroke. It just got really loud in here, Tara, didn't it?
Yes. And this is where, I mean, like I said, relays can score from other heats, but this is really where most likely the champion will come from. So 4 different swimmers, parents are cheering behind the block, they're getting pumped up too. Backstroke swimmer for Northbridge, beautiful stroke, nice relaxed head position.
Northbridge first at 33.93. Park Shore second at 34.42.
Again, lead changes will happen as stronger swimmers are swimming different strokes. Here comes Daniel Island on strong.
Northbridge followed by Park Shore and Daniel Island. Daniel Island now taking over the lead here.
That must be Jason Chalupsky. I think he's seated first in some events later today.
Daniel Island will have the lead finishing breaststroke at 1:15.09, followed by Northbridge. Park Shore third, Sneak Farm fourth.
Chandler Shaw diving in to swim the butterfly for Hobcaw. He will swim that butterfly event later and is seated first by nearly 4 seconds. So we'll see how he does here in the relay leg.
Daniel Island will take the lead going into the freestyle, 1:54.54. Northbridge second, Park Shore third, and Northbridge trying to run down Daniel Island here. Can the Flying Fish hold on?
Oh, Northbridge had a great
Better
turn.
there for Northbridge. That's Logan Patterson for Northbridge trying to run down Daniel Island here. Coming into the finish here. This is going to be really tight. It's going to be Northbridge at 2:22.80. Daniel Island in 2:22.91 takes second. And Park Shore in 2:29.39 takes third. And Sneak Farm will settle for first. Big win there for Northbridge, followed by Daniel Island and Park Shore.
Great race at the end there. That Northbridge swimmer came on so strong and really used, he looks like he's a taller swimmer, used his length to really stretch out his stroke and get into the touch pad. Always on the relays with the younger swimmers, waiting for a second to make sure we don't have any disqualifications, that the standing will stand. coming over now. They're getting their team together. Obviously a little winded from that hard race, so we'll give them just one more minute. All right, here come the Northbridge swimmers now. If y'all will step on over, I'd love to ask you a few questions. We're going to look at this camera right up here. First, congratulations on your victory. Your teammates last night did such a wonderful job for your team, and you all look like you're off to a great start. If you'll please tell me your first and last name.
Sophia Evans.
Ben Burnett. Clara Willem. Logan Patterson.
Okay, great. And who was our freestyler? Okay, coming down, that was a really tight race with Daniel Island. What were you thinking about that last lap to overtake the Daniel Island team?
I was just thinking that I can't take a breath.
Can't take a breath. You got to hold your breath. I love it. And what is your favorite thing about City Meet today?
Right now, I would say it's butterfly. But before I do anything else, I would say my dad right over there. He tells me to keep going and never give up and keep reaching for your goal.
Love that. That's great advice. And lastly, how will you celebrate this victory as a team when you head back over?
A party maybe.
What's that?
And a party, and I also betted all my relays. If we were on the news, I would give them all $5.
Oh, so you're paying your teammates to try their best. I like it. Well, congratulations again, Northbridge. We will take a quick break before we head into the 50 freestyle and 25 freestyle for our 7/8s. Thank you.